Hi friends, this is Krishna Verma and I'm an IELTS trainer, and in this video I'll explain you the IELTS listening module, and in the end I'll give you some important tips so that you can practice well and score maximum in your IELTS listening module. So please keep watching till the end. Well, the IELTS listening module contains total 40 questions, and these 40 questions are divided into 4 parts, that is part 1, part 2, part 3 and part 4, and each part contains total 10 questions. Now in your IELTS listening module, you need to understand that you will listen to the conversation only once and you need to write the answers simultaneously. The IELTS listening test starts with part 1, and at the end of part 1 you get 30 seconds to check your answers. Then part 2 starts, and again at the end of part 2 you get 30 seconds to check your answers. Then part 3 starts, and again at the end of part 3 you get 30 seconds to check your answers. Then part 4 starts, and again at the end of part 4, which is the end of your listening test, you get extra 10 minutes time to transfer your answers from the question booklet to a separate answer sheet. So the entire listening module continues for 25 to 30 minutes plus 10 minutes time to transfer your answers. This is all about the listening module. Now let me give you some tips. Well, before I give you some tips, let me make it clear that no matter which module you choose, academic or general, you take the same listening test and the marking is same for it as well. Now let us move on to the tips. So tip number 1. As we know that the IELTS listening continues for 25 to 30 minutes, it is sometimes difficult to concentrate. So you need to work to improve your concentration, as you know that you will listen to the audio only once. So please work to improve your concentration. Tip number 2. Before the conversation starts, you are always given time to go through some questions. Now during this time, it is seen that the candidates do not read and understand the questions, and when the listening starts, they miss some answers just because they did not read and understand the questions. So it is very important that whenever you are given time to go through some questions, you read the questions and understand them properly and try to predict what type of answers can be possible for those questions. So please utilize this time wisely. Tip number 3. Read the instructions carefully, because sometimes they have specified you need to write your answers in no more than 2 words, and if you write 3 words, your answer is incorrect. In the same way, if they have specified that you need to write your answers in no more than 3 words, and if you write 4 words, again your answer is incorrect. So you need to read the instructions very carefully and follow it throughout your entire listening. Tip number 4. Now during your listening, if you get distracted or lose focus even for a second, you miss an answer. So please do not panic and continue listening, or you may miss the next answer too. Tip number 5. Now during your listening, if you miss an answer, just don't worry, write something, as there is no negative marking in your IELTS listening, and it is possible that you may guess a correct answer. So please do not leave your answers blank and write something. Tip number 6. Answers may come quickly and you might get 2 to 3 answers in a very short time. However, there may be a long gap between the answers, which is usually seen in the 4th part of your listening. So please do not panic and just concentrate. Tip number 7. Sometimes you listen to an answer and immediately the speaker changes it. So keep listening and check if the speaker has changed the answer, and you may need to change your answer too. Tip number 8. Make sure you use correct grammar and correct spellings. Now sometimes the candidates get the answers, but when they write the answers, they are grammatically incorrect, or maybe the spellings are wrong. So you need to work on the correct use of grammar, and please check your spellings. Tip number 9. Be careful with your handwriting, because if the examiner is not able to read your answer, it will be marked incorrect and you don't get any score for it. Tip number 10. Sometimes the students ask me, should they write answers using capital letters or lowercase letters? Well, IELTS accept both. However, I recommend that you write your answers in capital letters. Fine. Last but not the least, concentrate and practice as many full tests as possible before you take your actual test, so that you can get the best score. Now, if you are facing problem with the speaking module, I have already made a detailed video of the speaking module and also how you need to plan your reading. So please go to my channel and watch the videos. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please like and subscribe. and thanks for watching.